Hello and welcome to my tarot corner. So I was very close to not doing a video today. I am not getting any better, and I came back from work and I said to myself that I will just take a sleeping pill and I will go to sleep. And then I saw that I got some new decks, and I said, okay, so if I have some new cat decks in it, I will do a reading today. And I did. I got the new PAGAN cat deck, which is the larger pagan cat, not the smaller version that I already had, and a new cat oracle deck. So I decided to do that reading and not defer it to tomorrow. Now, many things happened in the past few days. Meghan had her last podcast, and we still need to check whether or not she will have continuation of that contract with Spotify or not. And yesterday there was the Indianapolis event, and apart from the fact that there were a lot of photographs of her and Harry on the tables, we don't know anything else about what happened there. And I did see Trevor Colt doing a video about an article that claimed that there were real live threats against Meghan when she was in the UK, and he treated those threats as real, and I believe him, because if he thinks that things are not real, then he says it. So he really does believe that those threats are real, and of course this helps Harry very much in his quest to achieve a IPP status. But on top of everything, and still we have to check the Christmas card and many other things, but we still have a whole month to check those things. On top of everything, I wanted to check the rumor that Meghan is writing her own memoir. And if she is, then what is she writing about? Who is her protagonist? What is the main problems? What is she trying to say in that memoir of hers? So I am using this story tarot spread, and I'm starting with my disclaimer. This is a tarot reading. It is vibrational. It is open to interpretation. It exists as assumptions and speculation, and as such may or may not be true. So please do your own research and decide for yourselves. Okay, so let's clear the deck. Okay, so let's start by asking, is Meghan writing a memoir? And if she does, then who is she writing about? What is she writing about? What is the plot? What is the main problem of her protagonist? And what can we expect from that book? So what can we expect from a book that Meghan is writing, a memoir that Meghan is writing? Now, we all remember her claim that she has diaries that she wrote when she was in the being in the royal family as a working royal. Now, as Sumi said, it's not difficult to fake a diary, and she gave an example of herself faking a diary that was an assignment for her for high school. So she had to write a diary, and she wasn't a diary writer. So in the end of the year, she just wrote 8 months of diary entries. Okay, so the first card is the main protagonist, which would be the place of Meghan's protagonist, which is the main place of this book occurrence. And the answer is, okay, what we're getting here is the Knight of Cups, of Pentacles, sorry. And the Knight of Pentacles is, first of all, it is a few things about the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is a knight that is the hesitant knight, is not someone who is getting into things that are very easy going. He's not, he's checking things very carefully. But one thing that we need to know about the Pentacles is that it usually signifies the summer. So this is a book that is going to signify summer and the time of summer, something that or somewhere where Meghan spent most of her summer. Now, if you remember, they were married in the spring. And then they went out on all sorts of royal tours, Australia, Morocco. But for the first Christmas, they were already in Canada. And by the end of that year, they were already non-working royals, if I remember correctly. So we're talking about the summertime. Why am I talking about summertime? Because Pentacles, because it is a slow moving suit, and because the Knight of Pentacles is someone who is slow and hesitant and not someone who is very quick-minded. It's not like the Knight of Swords who is a lot quicker, or the Knight of Wands who is a lot quicker. The Knight of the Knight of Pentacles is representing a longer period of time. And the longer periods of time in the year are either winter or summer. So for winter, we have cups, and for summer, we have Pentacles. So this is a book that is going to happen, or to describe things that happen at that summer. That summer when Meghan was at the part of the royal family. That summer when she was still a working royal. So that is the first question. Okay. Second question, and I'm looking here at a spread in my phone, so sometimes I need to look aside. And the second question is the challenge. What does the challenge of the protagonist, or, in a minute, what is the way of the protagonist? What is she going to describe as her way? Because naturally she is the protagonist. Okay, so this is a memoir. So what is her challenge? And her challenge is the Fool. Now, the Fool is a card of freedom. It's a card of chasing after freedom. It's a card of wanting freedom. Now, she described that as being a part of the royal family, she didn't have freedom. She was taken every freedom was taken away from her. If we're talking about her passport, if we're talking about her driving license, if we're talking about her freedom to do things the way she wanted to. So she lacked freedoms, and this is what she is going to show us as the most, sorry, did something really difficult with my leg. That wasn't good. Okay. So she's going to tell us that the loss of freedom was the most difficult thing for her. Exactly what she told Oprah, exactly what she told Ellen, losing her freedom, losing her ability to do things. This is about the need to submit to dictation of the firm, of social dictations. Being a part of the royal family causes you to submit to some kinds of dictations, things that you are not ready, or you are not willing to do that. And she was not even ready to accept help. She didn't want to accept not Anne's help, not Sophie's help, not Camilla's help, not Kate's help, none of the women from the royal family who wanted to help her. She wouldn't accept their help. She wanted to have her freedom. And this is something that she's going to try and to show us all how terrible it was for her to lose her freedom. Now, another thing about the negative aspects of the Fool is being neglectful and running away. So this card is showing us that she actually ran away. She ran away because she was unable to really fulfill those dreams that she had. And these are the dreams that she had. She saw herself sitting on a pedestal. Everyone is giving her whatever she wanted. Everyone is just treating her like the queen. This is how she saw herself. This is how she thought she's going to be. And this is not what she received. And the differences between reality and her dreams were so big that she just couldn't handle that. And it caused her to run away completely and go against everything that she ever wanted, because everything that she ever wanted was to be a princess, but she gave that up. And it caused her to be sloppy and neglectful and do things that are not smart, because up until that moment, she was very smart. She was conducting herself very smartly. And from that moment onwards, she stopped being smart. She started making a lot of mistakes, and she started burning bridges behind her. It was too difficult for her. And this difference between her dream and reality, this caused her to make that jump and thinking that she's going to float, but she wasn't floating. She fell down. Okay, so um, that's the sorry, that is the obstacles that she's going to portray to her protagonist or to herself. Now, the third card is the opportunity, or the opportunity that was presented to her. Now, what is the opportunity that was presented to her as being part of the royal family? How is she going to try and to show us or to tell us what was the opportunity that was, or how was the royal life presented to her? And what we're getting here is the Knight of Cups. So she is going to tell us that everything that she was told about royal life was actually a fantasy. That she was giving the fantasy life as if it's all just as the fantasy that she always thought it was going to be. And this is what she's going to tell us, that this is what she was told, that this is how Harry at least sold being a royal to her, or this is what the royal family tried to portray being royal to her. She's going to try and tell us that she thought that her fantasies or her dreams are going to become reality. That what actually happened is not what she thought that is going to happen. Because what actually happened was the hesitant knight, the Knight of Pentacles, the one who is thinking before he's giving money, the one who is not so easygoing before he gives money. And she thought that her fantasies are going to become reality, that everything is going to be as she dreamed of. This is the opportunity. This is what she thought. This is how she's going to tell us that the royal family or Harry or whoever painted royal life to her. This is what she wants us to believe that she thought she was going into. So this is the opportunity she's going to try and tell us she thought she's going to get. The next card is the environment that the story takes place in. So this is just telling us the environment of England or the royal family. So let's see, or the environment of the firm, or but it's from Meghan's point of view. So how is she going to describe that environment? And what we're getting here is the devil. So she's going to describe the royal family and the firm and England and the environment in where she was, as if it was everything worse than everything that you can just think of. She has already started telling us that. She started saying that she was shackled, that she was restrained, that she couldn't be that free-spirited as she wanted, that that her passport was taken away, that she couldn't do what she wanted, that she was actually in the dark, that she wanted to take her life away. This is what she's going to try to tell us, that the environment of the firm, of the royal family, equals the environment of being in the devil's den. This is what she's going to try and describe. This is how she's going to describe living with the royal family, living within the royal family, and the reason why it was so important to her to live, to go away, to run away, to leave, because she had to go away, she had to run away from the devil. This is what she's going to try and tell us. She's going to try and describe living within the royal family as being in the clutches of the devil. Okay, so that's the environment. The next card is the reward. So is she going to show us some kind of rewards that she got from the royal family? What are the rewards that she's going to describe that she got from marrying Harry? And what I'm getting here is, wait a minute, that is, wait a minute, the Hierophant. Now it's so curious, because she's going to describe the royal family as the devil. And as I always say, behind every devil there is a Hierophant. Behind every Hierophant there is a devil. And she's going to tell us that the benefit that she got from marrying Harry is the Hierophant. So she's going to tell us how much she learned from Harry, how Harry taught her how important it is to do the right thing, to do the good things. She's going to tell us about the Queen, because the Queen was the Hierophant those days, and she's going to tell us how marvelous the Queen was. Everyone else were devilish, but the Queen was amazing. And this is two things that are just contradicting one another. And she's going to say that everything around being in the royal family was being in the clutches of the devil, but the benefit was being able to know the Queen and being able to be married to Harry, who is the epitome of the person who knows how to do the right thing, and he taught her so much about doing the right thing. So this is what she's going to tell us that the rewards were. Okay, the last card of this spread is the outcome. How is she going to end this book? What is going to be the outcome of this book? And the end of this book is going to be the Four of Pentacles. So the Four of Pentacles, that's a card of someone who is very defensive. So she will end that book defending every decision that they have made ever since they joined the royal family, ever since they left the royal family. She feels threatened. She knows that people are not supporting her, and she will feel that she needs to defend herself. And the end of this book will be just going on and on and on about defending herself and defending their decisions and defending everything that she has done ever since they left. And I'm just reminding you that when this card comes, the next card is the Five of Pentacles, which is destruction and failure. And that tells me that this book is not going to succeed. Okay, so let's just take one card from the underlying energy and see what can we see here. And we got the Nine of Pentacles. And the Nine of Pentacles is a card that tells Meghan that if she wants to get the Nine of Pentacles, if she wants to get money, if she wants to gain something, she needs to work. Gain and money and abundance doesn't come if you don't work. If you work hard, if you do the work, then you can get that. If you don't work hard, then this is the biggest lesson that she needs to learn. And if she doesn't learn that lesson, then then she's left with being over materialistic and over perfectionistic and with nothing actually in the bank. So this is what this card is telling Meghan. She needs to understand that. And because this card came here, it tells us that if she keeps on being defensive and telling, and this is what she was doing in her podcasts, and trying to tell the world how right she was and how terrible it was for her, and how much she suffered, and if she's going to go on with that, this will never happen. But if she stops with that, then she could go there. She could go there because if she starts working, if she starts doing really things, she starts using her creativity, then she can get there. Okay, so that's the tarot. Let's see what the oracle card says. Okay, so this deck doesn't have many cards in it. I have to tell you that people started selling fake decks on eBay and Amazon. So you really need to make sure that you're buying the real thing when you are buying a used deck on eBay and Amazon. Okay, so I am just clearing the deck. Okay, so Meghan's book. Meghan's book. And what I'm getting here is meeting. So let's see, what does this card mean? Okay, so this card is telling Meghan that she needs to stay open to signs and messages. And things can change for her, but she needs to listen to signs and messages. And that is why we got the Nine of Pentacles as the underlying message. That was the underlying message because that message told her, if you start working, then you can get the reward that you deserve. So if you start listening and open yourself to the signs and to the messages, then you can start being more successful. So this is it for this reading. I hope you liked it, and if you did, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave me a comment, and I remind you that tomorrow I will do the draw for the big giveaway. So not even half of you left messages, comments in the comment section of that video. So please go there and leave a comment, because I would like as many of you to have a chance and to get the deck of your dreams. So I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye.